that was finished in 1929, adjoining the meeting house that goes back to 1699. We're standing on ground that was sold by William Penn to one of the early settlers. If you bought a lot from William Penn in town, you got farmland out in the country. So here we are in the middle of 120 acres that was given to have a meeting house built, found, and continue to support establish and continue to support Abington Friends School, which is behind me. The original school began in the meeting house, and then by about 1750 grew enough to have that little house over there built. Boys on one floor, girls on the other. And this was the only school out in this area, and they took in all of the all the children of the area. It wasn't just for Friends. In the 1950s, the East Wing was built, and Dad was one of the primary instigators of having that, and it's now used as Step Up Academy for children with learning differences. So I think that's just a little history of where we are and the continuity over the generations. Lily's and my great-grandfather attended Abington Friends School in the little house there because education was so important to Friends, and there were no schools. He boarded with his grandparents. This is going back a long way, down 2 miles or so down Meeting House Road, and walked to school every day.
I think one other thing, in addition, Rob, that Dick was so happy about is that it was a school for white children. And he said that how could that be, given all he was taught by people in the meeting house. And so he was the one who went from person to person to say this was not right. It was so not what Quakerism was about. And they said, well,
this is Dick's grandfather?
This was Dick.
Dick
himself.
Dick himself, yeah. And so what he did was they said, well, we don't know anybody. And Dick said, I know the pastor's wife at the African American church here, and his daughter always wanted to be able to come, but was not allowed. And she was the first black child who then became part of Abington Meeting. So this is sacred in that history as well of the integration. Abington.
Thanks for that.